Hey, can you hear me? She might be having sound issues, guys. She's gonna try on her computer, which means she'll probably come back up on her phone. Sorry, I'm getting comfortable. Bear with me, guys. I gotta get the chat pulled up and all that fun stuff. Well, I guess I'm all alone again. Hello, Lyndon, and I am Missy. Mama Stone, Margie, Becky, Just Greenie, Sassy, Fran, hey, Tits Up, Jamie, Cassandra. All right, got everybody, I think. So just bear with us. She'll be back up on her phone. She was going to try her computer one more time, but I don't think that went well. I'm going to get my drink and everything. Give me one sec. I hear you.
You can hear me now?
Oh,
Hold on. How's that?
better. That was like
Okay.
alien talk. Hey, Lucy, Brandy, and Pink.
Yeah, hey, Sassy Pinky. Hi, I'm Missy. Lyndon, who's threatened not to be here. Lucky Charm, Joyce. Hi,
Sing us a
Julie.
song. Who you wouldn't want? You would really not want to be here then, Lyndon.
Hey, Bubsy. Hi, Brandy. Hi, Kit Kat. Hi, Margie. Mama Stone. Hopefully, I haven't missed hardly anybody. Hi, Jamie Lynn, Tina, Snow Lion. Good to see you. So, what have you been doing?
Nothing. I was taking care of a few last minute things that I had to take care of before we went live. Hey, Fire Chick. Hey, Jay. Um, yeah, I was just taking care of a couple last minute things. What are you doing?
Running around as usual. Then I was trying to get everybody calmed down here. Hey, Jay. Hey, Green Eyes. Hi, Monroe. Good to see you. Hi, Tits Up. I'm so glad you're here.
Hey, Tits. Oh, wait, I already said hey, Tits. I meant to say hey, Monroe. um, hold on one second. Sorry, one sec.
All right.
All right, so do you just want to
Fire
like get
Chick.
into it? Are we gonna like ease our ways into it? Or what
Well,
are we
just
gonna
hold
do?
on. Did you notice that we're on the screen?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I did not I am so proud of you.
Look at
Um
there.
Everybody
Luther.
take a second and just appreciate the fact that you can see who's talking. You can see our little bubbles. Everybody just give her a five, high five, because
Yeah. Let that sink in for a minute. You can see us now.
oh yes, we kind of match a little bit.
Right. Oh, yeah, we actually do kind of match. Well,
Yeah,
the
well,
rainbow colors will do that.
well, now that did you see the ones I used for the thumbnail? They actually have way cute little um gay ponies, and I was so excited. Like when I because they've had the same ones forever. There isn't very many. And then I looked today and they had updated on my app. I was very excited. So I don't know if you noticed them, but they're new on that little thumbnail. I was pretty excited.
Yes, I
Um
thought they were adorable.
Yes, I added the little horns to make them unicorns, but they were definitely new. I was very excited.
I really
So,
like the unicorns. Hope you guys did. Hi, Irish Ann.
hi,
That's
Irish
Kate.
Ann.
And Leah Renee and Bella Vita Loca. Um, the mods will also periodically be dropping my links too. They just don't know it yet, but they
Well,
will.
I can. Why don't you make a ban? Do you know how to make a banner? What, like, okay, are you on your phone? Oh, you're on your phone, aren't you?
I am on my phone, and Do
Oh,
you know
for
how
fuck's
long it
sake. I
took
know.
me to get us on
Mm,
the screen?
I know. I know. I was just gonna say that, but it would be a lot easier if you learned. Well, I'll tell you. I'm gonna teach you how to scroll it across the bottom at after this because then if you can just scroll it across, but it's really easy. It's dollar sign, yeah, dirty hooker. It's very easy. I have
Yeah,
it
it is.
memorized, so
It is
yeah.
very easy. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and jump into this.
Well, do you want to look at the poll? I can pull it up for us. Like, there's a community poll that is like not even really. It's like on Watts Island, but it's not most of us, right? Like we don't. I happened to see it, right? And
Hmm.
that's why I kind of think that it would be important to show that because it's not just us that's seeing it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Oh, Leela Renee joined your membership.
Oh, Lee Renee, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Hi, I
All right,
give
let me.
up. Hi, Kiki.
Hi, Kiki. Hi, Lufa. Hi, Give Up. Okay, let me see if I can't pull it up for us just because um hold on. I think it's important like to show it's not just us. And that's what I told you earlier.
Yeah.
It's way more than just a few of us that think this now because I've been quietly watching. You don't see me defending. I have like a really big rule on here. Now, I will defend Hooker. There. Oh my gosh, hold on. Let me let the puppy out. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I will defend like Stephanie Brown. I will defend Hooker. There's very few people that I will just defend. So I've just been watching quietly of how this is going to unfold. Right. I've told you about my no white knighting rule.
Hmm.
Um, so I've been watching it really, really quietly, like just to see. I wanted to see how it played out before I stepped too much into it. I've said stuff here and there, but I think this like says a lot that okay, I want to see what it's at now. Let me look. All right, it's at okay, so it says at this particular point in time, who is the aggressor? And it has Mrs. Portland and Noodle Mash. And there it's like, okay, Mrs. Portland is at 58%, but Noodle Mash is at 42%. And that's on Angela Clips and Giggles channel. That's not like, you know what I'm saying? That's not one of us. So I think a lot of people are seeing it.
Right. I
Because
was reading
she
what Lyndon said. Sorry.
Oh, of course, Lyndon. We do. We share a wife. We have to defend each other. Duh. But um like somebody in the comments had a really good comment. They were like, you can't threaten to go legal and then just keep going and going and going. And that I haven't even seen Mrs. Portland say anything lately. Not anything except
No,
for hi, like hi Amanda. That's the most I've seen her say. She doesn't, you know what I mean? She
she's
doesn't,
been very quiet.
yes.
And Irish Ann, I see you. I'm very glad to see you here. And you're in my prayers, honey. You're in my prayers.
Thinking of you. I hope it goes okay. I'm sorry. Oh my
Um,
gosh. Um,
well, so let me tell you this. So let's tell everybody what's going on.
all right. You do that. I'm
Okay.
listening, but I gotta get the dog some water real quick.
Okay. So for everybody that doesn't know, Noodle Mash followed through on her first threat and she sent a server to Mrs. Portland's door. Hey, Jennifer, with stalker PPO papers. Hey, Scotty.
Yes, okay,
So
sorry. Back.
um, that's the first thing. She also, because you changed channels, that's how I'll take care of that afterwards. Um, so she's also threatening a defamation lawsuit. She also, which you don't know this yet, if you haven't checked her PayPal lately, she has raised $4,000.
Wow. Wait, but am I wrong, or does it not cost anything to put a protection order on somebody? Like, you can do that for free, right?
You can. It costs filing and court cost papers. That's it.
Okay, so it's not 4 grand. Like, it might be a couple of $100 or so.
It's not even that much. Yeah.
Okay, so um, this is going to be so she can say she went legal. This is what a lawyer advised her to do. I already know what she's going to say.
Yep.
Um, and everyone's going to tell her, "Don't worry about it. Keep the money." Okay, that's what scammers do. Like, I can hear it in my head. I've been here a really long time on YouTube, and she's
Yeah.
not any different. She's just yeah, Ash is she's a paralegal, which everybody knows. She works in the paralegal field, whatever. She's always who I ask that kind of stuff to. And I was actually going to ask you, Ash. I just hadn't gotten a chance to fucking talk to you yet. But are you going to be able to tell them what the paperwork says? Because I had you on mute so I could openly laugh. Like, I was laughing.
I
It's
believe I
so
can. Hold
stupid.
on. Let me mute for a second.
Okay. No, what happens? No, anybody can get a PPO. No, she didn't get a PPO. She got a TPO, and anybody gets one of those. It's one of those things you go to the court and everybody's granted one. So, no, hypocrisy. That's not what it is. She didn't get a PPO. That would be a permanent protection order, which is not what she got. Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
Ash, I thought so.
Okay.
Thank you.
So this is what she told the court. Okay. Let's start with this. Yeah, tits up. You're exactly right. Tits up has seen it too.
Yeah, tits up. I had her on mute so I could laugh, and she wouldn't get distracted. I was really laughing my ass. Like, when you say LOL, you don't always laugh. No, I was laughing. Like, I
Yeah.
even said, like, "Are you sure?" Wait, that's what it said, because I've seen a lot of these here on YouTube. It usually never goes anywhere. Like, I've only seen one the whole time I've been here really go anywhere. Um, well, I'll just let you read it. I'm going to stay muted while you read it,
Okay.
though.
Okay. So it says October 1st at 2:56 p.m. Kelly is in a YouTube chat telling people that she wishes that creator didn't exist. She is referring to me.
Did
That's the
she say
first one.
her name or any, like, what? Okay, anyways, go.
Okay. The second one. Kelly, hang on, what's it say? Makes a collection of community posts on YouTube that are directed towards me, telling me to fuck off.
Can you imagine if I got a oh my god, if I went and got a protection order on everybody that made a collection of community posts telling me to fuck off, or they wish I didn't exist. Like, I think I would have like 50 of them. Seriously. I, did she write this in crayon or something? Like, I thought you were just like being a smartass, kind of like using your own wording. That's why I stopped you like twice. Like, wait, she wrote it like that? Oh my
That's right.
god.
And Lufo, you are correct. She's supposed to be avoiding Mrs. P, and she's still talking about her. Then October 2nd at 10:37 a.m., 2 minutes later from her last one, it says, Kelly posts a picture that says, don't start talking shit before I fuck up your stupid ass skank face. Okay, y'all, it's a meme. Amanda, try not to laugh. It's a meme
I'm
that Mrs.
trying
P
so hard to
posted.
be good. It's a meme.
It's a meme. Okay, so that is what she calls threats on her. Then
Well, those sound serious. I don't know what she's gonna do.
I'd be in fear for my life as well.
I mean,
Um,
yeah. Hmm.
okay, and then it says she stated in a video that she will harm me. This is where she's talking about tits up. Yeah, tits up. You're right. She lied. She's talking. Lupa. Um, she's talking about tits up, myself, and extinct tube here. It says she states in a video that she will harm me and bring friends. Her and her friends have been attacking me online for months. She has made it clear that she has friends that will help her against me both physically and financially.
Oh my God. Just wait a minute. Uh, like her friends help her financially with $4,000?
$4,000 on top of all the other stuff, her scanners and all that. Yeah.
Oh my God. Ash, come sit with me, Ash. I am like trying so hard to be good over here. I'm I can't. I gotta stay muted for while you read this.
Ash, this is serious now.
Yeah, Ash,
Trying to
be
be
serious.
serious through this. And then she writes in the description of contact, I'm in the beginning stages of filing a defamation lawsuit. And then
Okay,
it says,
well,
oh,
um,
a YouTube video on a YouTube video Kelly made. She threatened me with physical harm multiple times if I don't remove the legal threat of a lawsuit. Y'all, how's Mrs. Portland going to get there on her mobility scooter?
I
Is it
was
going to
gonna
go 2.5 hours away? How the
God
hell is
bless.
she going to get there?
I don't think everybody realizes her and her husband do not drive. Okay. They don't drive. They don't live next to Noodle Trash. Okay. They don't live anywhere near that motherfucker. Noodle Trash, I want you to serve me. I swear to God, I would pay you to serve me. I would laugh so you are literally doing this to get this is nothing but a grift. That's all you cannot be serious. You came here to fuck with this woman and you're fearing for your life on a man and woman that don't even drive. They have a scooter, for fuck's sake, that almost ran out of batteries going to the fucking grocery store last year. Like, get out of here with that. Hey, German lady.
Hey, German lady.
Listen, I get that not everybody's these huge Mrs. P fans. You don't have to be, right? That's fine. But this is fucking bullshit. This is going real life for a woman that Mrs. P has not said a word. Because, like I said, I don't white knight for people. It's my rule. I mean, not just anybody. I've sat back and watched. She has not said a word. Noodle Trash continues to make posts, videos, um, and talk about it and go into every single chat that's talking about it from here to Sunday. And I want look, I have no problem with Robbie, but I want to know what you think, Robbie, because you swore that you were almost ruined by a one of these, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to speak up? Because this is fucking real life. All this real life shit is fucking stupid.
It's ridiculous. Um, good night, Irish Ann. I appreciate you being here. Love you. Love Seamus. Take care. You're being my thoughts and prayers. Kit Kat, yes, she has. She's
Not Miss Portland, but Noodle Mash has, right? That's what you meant. Yeah, I just want to clarify.
with
Oh my God. Thank God, Ash. I mean, can you imagine? Uh, listen, Ash, you weren't here yet, I don't think, but I was like, if everybody that like told me or to Ash, can you imagine if you were taken into court every time you made a community post telling somebody to fuck off? Like, we would be living in the courtroom, okay, permanently. Like, we'd be under the court. We wouldn't even be able to leave. I just want to welcome you to the fucking drama community, Noodle Mash. Like, what the fuck? You're in the drama community.
and there it is right there. It's a drama community. And live, laugh, love. Have you seen the police reports? Have you? Hey, Jay Young. I'd like to know if you've seen the police reports, these quote unquote false police reports, because we've seen the police show up at Mrs. Portland's door. Wonder who was calling them all those times.
50
Hmm.
Shades is also another one that's been here forever with us. She knows. These things literally they never I've seen one go somewhere, and I swear to you I have seen over 100 creators. I'm going legal. I'm taking it legal. uh, the courts don't want to waste their time. um
Hey, Wild.
mm,
Hey,
there's just
Wild
so
one. How
much.
are you? And the cat.
Hey, Wild. There's so much I could say, but I think I need to shut the fuck up, so I'm gonna let you talk.
Oh, you ready for this one? We got
Yep.
another one. Kelly
Yeah.
states in the video that she hopes someone comes along and knocks me on my ass.
Oh, I've
And
made
so
worse starts than that to people I'm not even fighting with that bad. I'm just saying. I get on here and run my fucking mouth. That's this
it's the same thing as saying you hope somebody knocks somebody off their
off their
pedestal.
pedestal. Yes. Like, if somebody comes by and knocks you down a few fucking pegs, it's your fucking problem. Like, everybody, if you're gonna take every single thing figuratively, you guys are gonna be in court for fucking hours. And I'm telling you, judges don't like to waste their time, and they don't give a fuck about your defamation suit. Defamation has nothing to do with a threat on your life. They don't correlate. They're not together. That's why one is civil and one is criminal, you fucking idiot. You sound like you're two writing that shit up. Seriously.
Oh, if you saw the writing, you'd think they were 5. It looks like a 5-year-old wrote it.
Um, mm. Right, German lady. Exactly. And I'm sorry all that happened to you too, German lady. I was in and out. I know you told me a little bit, but I watched it all, and none of that shit needs to happen to you either. All the real life shit needs to stop now.
And that was my point, Tits Up, is that she lied. She has manipulated the court system with lies. And let me tell you, judges don't like it when you lie to them. That's called abusing the court system. People that actually need PPOs to protect them from people can't get them because of people like you, Noodle Trash. People
Yeah.
like you have made it hard for people that actually need protective orders to get them.
Yeah. Well, live, laugh, and loathe. It definitely doesn't. I don't know a lawyer that wrote this up. And if you did have a lawyer write this up, get your fucking money back, Noodle Trash, and go get your fucking car that you need so bad. So, um,
Well, she's got enough for a used car now.
yeah, it's
$4,000 in that PayPal.
uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
See, London, it's like I don't mind Mrs. P. I just, I've learned my lesson being on here a long time. I just am very careful but when I heard this, I was like, no, no, no. I'm speaking up because
No, Hippocracy, because that's what it says. Hippocracy of YouTube. Mrs. Portland didn't say those things. She never said we were coming to beat up Noodle Mash. She never said we were going to harm her physically. She never said that. She said that we would keep up the videos. That's what she said.
right. I remember her saying,
If you're going to
uh,
continue to be manipulated by her, that's sad.
yeah, because I remember those videos when she would say, like, I have friends that are helping me, like, keep, make,
Yes,
because she doesn't know how to make a video
right.
or document things. And that's when the threats of real life were just starting. But I don't think people realize when they go to court for these things, you also have to answer for your stuff. Like, your stuff is on display too. And um I know that she was just banking on. Never mind. I don't want to say why, but I got you figured out, Noodle Trash. I got you.
And she says that she previously told Mrs. P to leave her alone. I missed that. And that she did send her a cease and desist. She did. She did. She downloaded a letter off the internet and sent it. It's not legal, She failed to tell the court that it wasn't a legal cease and desist.
Okay, but yeah, okay, so go with that. All right, I'll go with that. But okay, so you send one of those, right? You
Mm-hmm.
you what happens when you keep going though? I don't understand. She thinks that she can tell her to shut the fuck up, but she can sit in every single chat and she can say whatever the fuck she wants, you know, and nobody's allowed to respond to her. All you're doing is making a lot of us want to fucking drag your fucking ass now. And you think you're gonna scare me with some papers, bitch, you better try harder. Seriously.
Oh yeah, I mean, right, Lufa. I mean, I spoke to an attorney today
Mm-hmm. Yep.
about it, and well, I'll just leave it with a judge isn't going to be very happy when they see her air quotes proof.
Yeah, and anybody, a lot of people don't understand that anybody can go and get a temporary protection order. I could go right now and say that I was on this panel and Kat threatened my life and she's on her way here and I would get a 2 week or whatever, however long it is in your state, temporary protection order. But when you get there, you have to prove it. You have to back everything up. You have to prove that you haven't been antagonized and all of that shit. That you don't just get to walk in. Anybody can get a temporary one. It doesn't take no proof. It's different when you get there to actually, it's for your case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Hypocrisy, that's just ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Yes, people from across the country and around the world are coming to Oregon. Right. That sounds logical to you, right?
That bitch ain't that important. You really think so highly of yourself. No thanks. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. It's so stupid. Like,
Well, live, laugh, loathe. Don't go around her then. That's your prerogative. Hey, Miss Liverbird, that's your prerogative, not to go around her. But what you don't get to do is come into a drama community, pick a drama fight, and the people that are in here defending Noodle Mash, the two of you,
yeah, right?
right? Wonder who they might be. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, you don't get to come to a drama community, put a target on somebody's back. I don't care if she's got a problem with it or not, Natalie. I really
Nobody,
don't care if she's got a problem with it. It's a drama community, for fuck's sake.
and she's
We all
perpetuating
do
it.
it.
Right. She's perpetuating the shit right now. She could not wait to go live yesterday. She had to make a video because she was so excited. Or was it yesterday or the day before? She had to go and make a video
Before.
saying, I got to tell you guys something, but I can't tell you yet. Like, she's like, never, oh, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to fucking hear it.
Yeah.
What are all them gonna do when court time comes and this goes nowhere? Like,
Right?
because they're not easy to win. Like, I know people in real life that have had real issues and have had proof, and they're not just like easily handed out. It's a
No
process for
one
a
made a
reason.
physical threat,
Mm-mm.
Hipposissy. There was no physical threats made. Name one.
And I promise you, you have okay. So, all right, when you go for one of these, there has to be a physical threat made, and there has to be actual fear of that coming true. The problem is that these people that she's filing against don't even drive and they are hours away from her. There is no motherfucking threat. They couldn't even go. I watched them almost run out of power when they went to the grocery store last year, when they were like driving, riding their little scooters. There is no fucking threat. That is the stupidest fucking bullshit. If she's that scared, get out of the fucking drama community, because you're gonna this welcome to the fucking drama community. That's what people do. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, I mean, why are you in a drama community if you're scared of words on the internet? And what wishbone comment? You're going to have to be a little more specific than a wishbone comment. Hi, thank you, next.
Hi, thank you. Next. Love you.
And maybe Noodle Mash shouldn't have come to this community and in her very first video said that she had a target in mind already. Very first video.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then in the third video, named the target.
That she just happened to know from high school. But I
But
mean,
Joyce, she's not on SSI. That's why she's so angry. Thank you very much, Lyndon.
it's not even worth arguing with people about, because some people have their mind made up because they don't like Mrs. Portland. And look, like I said, I get that there's some of it's been problematic, but right is right and wrong is wrong. And to threaten a woman like this and her husband, and when you know them so well, well then you know that there's no threat. How is she going to get to you? Do you know how
Hey,
stupid
Natalie,
this is? I can't.
let's use your logic. Let's use your logic, okay? You went to high school with someone who picked on you in high school. Then they went on Facebook and followed you around there. Then they followed you over to YouTube and watched you for months and didn't say a word. And then suddenly started making videos about you, discussing you from high school all the way up to current, discussing the time they lived by you, discussing everything about your life, your husband, your child. You don't think that's a little bit invasive?
Natalie, why do you only go in chats to tell people about themselves? Like, I've known you for a long time, and the only time I ever see you is when you're going to come in and try to tell some motherfucker how to run shit. If you don't like what's being said, guess what? You can go start a fucking panel and you can say whatever the fuck you want.
And she didn't receive it well. You had a falling out with her, and now you turn against her and want to go both sides of her. Now you want to go against her all the time. So that's what happened. So you don't seem to grasp that this woman has PTSD from being bullied her entire life. Y'all sit over there and talk about mental health, but it can only be Shannon's mental health, right? Can't be Mrs. Portland, who's been labeled mentally disabled from birth, not something she miraculously got when she was 26.
Yeah, she's
Well, then
been.
stay away from her. I tell you what, we can resolve that real quick. There we go. I took care of that.
I don't think anybody is saying that there hasn't been issues that people have to. I mean, Lyndon said, she's not a huge Mrs. P fan, but she's able to see what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. Nobody's telling anybody they have to just overlook every single thing Mrs. P has done, or they have to like her. But this is wrong. It is. It's fucking wrong.
Yeah, I mean, did I go get a protective order against Granny's watching when she went into my real life?
No, just like I didn't do that to MGL or Laura or this one or that one when they doxed me, or I was recently doxed, and that person lives in the same state. I didn't go get a protection order, like, because even though they doxed me and went in my real life, I didn't feel threatened. Like, I mean, I don't think they're going to come to my house. You know what I mean? Eh,
Right.
That those are like supposed to be for very, very, like, that's the last resort. You feel like your life is in danger right then. They're not meant for fucking bullshit.
And Shannon's sitting over there saying that because I said I legally carry, that could be seen as a threat. No, sweetie, I legally carry. You
What?
should too. If you don't, oh well, never mind. You can't. That's right.
Well, don't name call now. That'll be a threat, and you'll get one of these fine pieces of paper.
There's my Jack. Hi, Jack. And that's exactly what's going on, stepping again. Noodle went after Mrs. Portland first, and now she's playing victim.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Hey,
Ex-
Herman.
exactly, tits up. I don't understand what the issue is. I'm not. I don't have a lot of, like. I guess I have a lot of patience for it, because if you think that this can't happen to you, it can. Only we're a little more. All most of us are a little more equipped to deal with it than Mrs. P and Mr. P. Right? Like, anybody can see that. Um, it's wrong. It's fucked up.
Scotty's in here. Someone called into Scotty and actually threatened to kill her. But
Yeah, that was recently. Yep.
yes, it was very recently. It was just a few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't go take out a permanent protective order or
Ow.
try to get one. Stalking. Now let's go to that now. Who was stalking who?
Well, okay, so I didn't really know that part of it. I'm going to be honest, but I went and did some research, and I looked on Hooker shared a video, and Tits Up had a couple of really good videos on this. Where it shows that before Mrs. Portland even realized Noodle Trash was here, she was already talking about her, telling her, "You need to watch your behavior. You need to do this. Are you her fucking mother?" Like,
Right. And
if
what
you
was it
don't,
she said that one time, and maybe even a couple times? You need to sit down somewhere.
uh
Who
huh,
are you to be telling somebody to sit down? And hey, Karma. I mean, who are you to be telling somebody this? Are you trying to use that same authority that you had over her in high school?
right,
Is
right.
that what that was?
And you just remind. I was gonna say, I did not used to believe that Noodle Mash like bullied her in high school. I kind of was like, I don't believe that. I fucking believe that now. Like, I have no doubt in my mind that Noodle Mash Noodle Mash is some victim, or she's some advocate for people like Mrs. Portland. That was her words, okay? But now you're gonna take a try to get a PPO on her after you were supposedly an advocate for her for years. Give me a fuck. And I don't give a fuck what your stupid community post or your Facebook wall says. Uh, there's a reason why people say that most people don't even live how they write on Facebook. It's a fantasy land. Nobody fucking cares. Like, who cares? It's fucking
All right. Hey,
ridiculous.
Evan. Aw, hi, honey. Hadn't seen you in a minute. Good to see you. So can you see what's on the screen?
Yes, I can. Someone brought Noodle Mash to YouTube to take care of Mrs. P.
And look at
What?
this.
One of Noodle Mash now mods went and got Noodle Mash. How would she know to get Noodle Mash? Of all the millions of people on YouTube, she just happened to find this gem. Wow.
Ain't that
Hmm.
coincidental?
That is a coincidence. Yes. I don't believe in coincidences like that, though. So, just saying.
And tits up, you're correct. She said she was really nasty when she was younger. She was really bad, she said.
Uh huh. She did contradict herself and say that in her earlier video, like, the earlier videos about this. And then another video, she would never be mean to anybody when she's younger, especially Mrs. P. She was like an advocate for her. Uh, okay.
Hmm. And Lupa, you're right to be side-eyeing because I can tell you that I went through her videos from the beginning to now. And if you start with the first video where she said she's going to talk a little drama and she already has someone in mind, and then the third video, she starts telling Miss Portland she's got to calm down, that she's being ridiculous and scolding her like a parent would a child, like a authority figure would a child.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be hard if you went and searched Mrs. P's name on Facebook. A lot of Noodle Trash's posts would pull up if she had commented on them. You know what I mean? Like, that's how
Huh?
Facebook works. It would not be hard to go and get to, you know what I mean? That's not far-fetched at all to believe that people used to search her name on Facebook all the time and find her old posts, like back in the um uh Kim and Crabson's days, like those back then. People were searching her posts, using them against her. All you have to do is search her name, right? And posts that she's commented on a long time ago will come up. Like it's not that far fetched at all.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, Lupa. I know. And yes, London, you were yelling at me.
Yeah.
Um,
Linda.
Lyndon's always yelling at me.
You always
Yeah,
need
I
someone
give
that
up
yells
like
at you.
vultures.
Mm-hmm.
And when you started a legal fund for $1,500, why do you suddenly need $4,000 for
Cause
something you filed yourself?
she
Because,
saw how fast she's getting that money. She's like, I never expected to get this. So many people want to see Mrs. P like hurt and to shut up that they will donate to this even if they don't care for noodle mash. It's just a fact. It is what it is. They will. And that's what's happening. And so she saw how fast she's able to make that money. It's like the perfect storm. She picked the perfect person to go at, you know what I mean? To go at for this.
and the same mod, yeah, Evan, it is a waste of time. The same mod that brought her to YouTube is donating to her PayPal fund. The
Imagine
same
that.
mod that caused all kinds of drama
Mm-hmm.
in Natasha's community. A little
Yeah.
shit stir, it seems,
Well,
over in
mm,
Dorothy's running her mouth about me.
oh, one of those, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are up and everything, but don't ever know anything, and they don't do anything, but they're always up and everything. Yeah.
Well, she got butt hurt originally because she was doing stuff in the background and Natasha told her to stop.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
well.
She was stirring up shit. They're going real life on people as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Natasha told her to stop, and she got all butt hurt. Now, all of this is a huge coincidence. This is all the same person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, Joyce, I'm sure something will be able to be arranged. I don't know for sure. Joyce said, how's Miss P supposed to get to court living so far away? No, I'm sure something could be arranged.
Yeah, we'll work out the logistics on that.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Portland has support.
Yeah, because I know, I know, like I said, I know I sound like a broken record, but I know people are a fan of her. I would never defend her. Even, you can ask Hooker, even when she was going to bring it up one day, I said, well, I'll probably stay quiet for that because I just don't do it. But this is fucking wrong. Like, so even people that don't care for Mrs. Portland, a lot of them will see through this. And I mean, over there on Angela's channel, it seems it's almost 50. It's almost right down the middle with this community seeing through your shit. So,
Yeah, I mean, and Scotty, it's Care D.
oh,
Check
name
like and chat. You'll see her there.
well, there's a name drop. I wasn't gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Well, more power to you.
I'm tired of these shit stirring subs that run from place to place, and this is a mod
Mm-hmm. Well, that's
running
what.
from chat to chat, stirring up shit.
Yeah, because that's what keeps so much of this shit going. And um, like just in general, I've seen creators be talking about, well, last night I had someone try to do it to me in my chat. um I was going live, there was a couple other people live that I'm completely cool with, and there was trolls coming in trying to like stir up drama about it. A lot of people do that shit. They want to see people fight because it's their entertainment, right? And it's what keeps a lot of this bullshit going. The subs that run from chat to chat to chat.
Hmm. Hey, Irene. Yeah, she came into this community and discovered very quickly that she could make money off of it. And she has amped up and become more brazen with her attacks with every video.
Now, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Manda, I'm calling on you. Yes.
this is a big one. I want everyone to lean in. So, okay. Now, if she doesn't prove that she has a lawyer and this goes nowhere, is everyone going to chant, where's the 4K for like the next 85 years? Or are we going to be able to start a hashtag, where's the 4K? I mean, because they all do that to Natasha. Where's the 20K? Where's the 20K? So, I mean, if this is like free to file, you might need a few dollars, right? But if she doesn't show up with a lawyer at court, right? Can we like start a
Mm-hmm.
hashtag asking her where the 4K is for the next 50 years? I think that's a good idea.
Right.
Uh,
Um,
mhm.
and yeah, Bubsy. Yeah. Hey, Blues Girl. Fran, yeah, that's what I said. I said Care D. Hey, Shift.
Hey, chef. Yeah, I mean, it's a fair question because a lot of that stuff goes on, and not just in y'all's community, it goes on in mine, every community, where everybody will be super outraged for one situation and the exact situation will happen and nobody says a fucking word. Like, German lady was in here a little bit ago. Literally, our little group was called the Ponies, right? We're the Ponies. We're like one of the
Mm-hmm.
only groups that stood up and said it was wrong that her fucking police were called, right? They
Mm-hmm.
tried to get her thrown in jail on deep fake screen. They're called deep fakes. It's where they made a fake of her denying the Holocaust. Luckily, some of us got our hands on where they laughed about making the fake screenshot, because in Germany that's an actual crime to deny the Holocaust,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody spoke up. But everybody else was outraged about these real life situations. Like, they tried to get the woman fucking locked up. What do you mean? So,
Well,
just how it goes.
yep. Well, doors of perception, you don't have to. I don't think we sent an invitation for you at all.
Hmm. Yeah, we
But
didn't.
you better stay out of Noodle Mash's chat then. The grift is real.
Right? People are going to catch on too, because people were already talking about that legal fund over in Granny's chat and stuff. I don't know, a couple weeks ago. And like, I don't watch Granny at all ever, but I was sent screenshots, and I was told that they're not even like people are gonna speak up. They don't like when people collect money like this with no real follow through. Um, and it will. People are going to get mad.
Hmm.
So it's
Hi,
happening.
Sammy Smith.
Hey, Sammy.
Yeah, Fran, I think you're probably right.
Mm-hmm. Looking back,
And
yeah.
she was ushered in by one of her own mods, who, by the way, begged to be a mod for her, begged me to
Mm-mm.
go to Shannon
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
ask her could she be a mod for her.
Right. Oh my God. Like when me and you and Lyndon are all feisty, these motherfuckers better watch out because I've already snapped at somebody. Lyndon is always ready to go, and so are you. Oh God.
Yeah. Hey, Auntie JoJo.
um,
Lupa,
Luke,
it's Care D. Baby, it's Care D.
it's just nuts around here. But I'm glad that SP has people that can look out for her because and under normal circumstances, she would how would she know what to do, you know? Um, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad that people are looking out for her that can help direct her and what to do because I think she's been doing great. Like I've been like, oh no, she's gonna snap anytime because they just keep going and going and going. And she fucking hasn't, right? Um, and I think
No,
that's what
she's been
everybody's
working on that.
yeah. I mean, that's all you can ask of somebody not to, we all have behaviors we can work on. Everybody that's a human being. And she's not been doing it. So I mean, I know. I think that's what they were banking on, in my opinion, was her to totally freak the fuck out, have something to use, not have anybody to direct her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, Florabelle, she's trying. She knows she's not perfect.
Well, no, but no, I don't know one human being that's perfect. Well, maybe me. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, right. I don't know anybody. Everybody's got like flaws they can work on or things that are just not great about their personality. That's what makes us human beings, right? But I mean, all you can do is work on them. So that's what she's doing.
Right. Hey, Laura Fleming, good to see you. Well, she's got more support than even she realizes. And I know you're listening, Mrs. Portland. Hi.
Um, oh, Daria, I mean, you've been here a long time. I know. Even Daria will tell you. Anybody that's been on YouTube for a very long time and been in these drama communities, we've just seen this so many fucking times. Like you can, you can almost like every couple of months someone's gonna go legal. Everybody's hyped up, thinking it's gonna go somewhere, right? And when you're like been here for more than a couple years, you just sit back. You're like, better luck next time. Nope, not gonna go anywhere. Well, she didn't shut her fucking mouth, so that's not going anywhere. Like it, it's a joke at this point. And I mean, even Robbie tried to tell Mash when he brought the lawyer up how it's not just as easy as what you think, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't take the hint, but he did try to tell her. Like he didn't direct it at her, but he was like, it's a lot harder than people think, and blah 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 blah. It's really not easy. They don't like to be involved in internet fuckery
Oh,
just because
yeah.
you want to get one up. They don't like that.
Scotty, I'm glad you reminded me of the emails they've been sending her. Let's see if I can pull one of them up.
Yeah, I think that's important.
Yeah.
And Daria, I know I haven't emailed you back. I've been so freaking busy with I can't even hardly talk on the phone right now. So I will.
I make her. I strong
Yeah, but
arm her into talking.
I know, but the day I could barely even hear you. My kid was like, Mom, 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 Mom. I mean, oh
I
God.
know we tried a couple times and never could make it.
I know. I just try to tell myself like next year she's gonna be in school and it's gonna be like I'm really gonna miss this. So But as soon as I got off the phone with you, do you know that, that little brat laid right down and said, "Okay, I'm going to bed now," and went to sleep for an hour and a half. Right when I like the instant we hung up, I'm like,
Oh,
"Ah,
wow.
really?" But then I think I took a nap too and did laundry.
Yeah, with um with Mrs. Portland's issues, um, it's not something that's going to happen quickly. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking for that email.
Mm,
It's not something that's going to happen quickly, but she has definitely been doing very well.
right, and look, I know Daria has told me, I'm not a fan of the way she acts sometimes, but even Daria's laughing at this point because we've seen like uh, I know that Lycan might be pretending that he's all on board. Every single person that's been here for more than a day knows. Like you're not getting a restraining order. Um, I just want Mrs. P to know that it's going. People are back, and that you know, it's not like the judges are just going to hand that to her. Like that's not going to happen, right? And just keep doing what you're doing. Don't say anything. Don't give them anything, and it's not as easy as walking and getting one.
Yeah, I'm still looking. Hang on.
Okay, cat. Oh my gosh, I did. Okay, I had 5 baskets that I didn't put away, and I had to put all that away. And then I had to do an entire large load of socks and underwear today, like the biggest load you can do in my huge washer. And then I did 6 loads, and I still have so much more to do tomorrow.
Okay, I found one of the emails. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Davenport, I would like to address your recent attack on Shannon. A threat to do bodily harm is a felony in the state of Oregon. Again, we've already discussed that there was no threat of physical harm made. Lying to police officers is also a criminal offense. Um, I'm assuming this person is trying to make that as a threat. On 3 separate occasions provided by your own video surveillance, you lied to the Beaverton Police Department in person. Um, you have also threatened to harm Shannon if she pursued court action. Again, didn't happen. That is a felony and it's called coercion, a federal crime. Uh, Calling the Lincoln City Police to also make a false report is a crime. Now it's time to produce your evidence that Shannon threatens you and your son in court. You have made a total of 33 videos stating she has threatened to harm you. You deleted them, but they were downloaded for the court. Well, there's your first mistake. Total of 316 community posts have been made in the last 30 days with lies and vile and vulgar comments about Shannon. That's not true either. It's time to face a judge. You have known this action was underway. Guess you can reach into your trust fund to do what you need. It is not
Wait,
the
she put that.
responsibility.
Oh, wait, that's an email, correct? I'm sorry,
Yes,
that's an email. Okay,
yes.
okay. Sorry. Okay, go ahead. I
This
just
is
want to
my
make sure I
favorite part.
understood. Okay, go
It's
ahead.
my favorite part. It is not the responsibility of anyone on YouTube to pay for what you have caused. Really? But it's the responsibility of the people on YouTube to pay for Shannon's? I see. I see.
Yeah, and like when I saw her, okay, anybody that hasn't been following this, she literally made the legal fund for $1,000, and we all laughed our fucking asses off. That ain't even gonna. You're not even gonna get a consultation and you're not gonna have them on retainer for that, right? They're not even gonna draw paperwork up. But then I saw her say, I'm just keep it up because a lot of people are interested in donating. I fucking knew what time it was. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Louise. It goes on to say you should have stayed off YouTube. You came back after only 4 days and now are facing criminal charges. Time to grow up and face the music. You you can't go through life playing victim.
Mm.
Hmm. Who's playing the victim?
Yeah, I mean, because I've seen okay, I'm gonna tell you guys, I used to see Mrs. Portland everywhere. I've seen her go on Natasha's panel for less than 10 minutes and tell her she was grateful for that community because I was actually like holding on to my, kind of biting my nails, like, oh gosh, just because I didn't want her to give them anything, right? So she didn't. She did really good. She came into a chat and she said, "Hi, Amanda, good to see you." And that was the only one she made. And she came into a chat and said, "Hi, Hooker and Amanda. Hi, Stephanie," and left. Like,
Mm-hmm.
she does not, on her page, it's literally been coloring and crocheting for the last, what, month and a half or so? A month,
Mm-hmm.
maybe? Nothing. Could see if she kept going and going and going, I could maybe see, maybe things figuring out something else to do, but she hasn't. It's the other one that's filing the shit that's going. Like, what? Or what? I don't get it.
And isn't this funny that this was brought up when they found out Mrs. P had a trust fund? Another big
Yeah.
coincidence.
Mhm, mhm.
Hmm.
Well, Noodle
Well,
Mash, good luck with that.
and it was very odd to bring up that trust fund in that email, huh?
Yes, yes, that was an odd sticking point, to bring up for sure. Those kind of things give you away, but Daria is correct that okay, so people that we don't even really see sit back, watch these situations play out, and Noodle Mash is telling them every single thing that kind of gets to her right now. And she
Hmm.
is going to get trolled bigger than shit. She's going to blame it on Miss Portland. Everybody will. Like,
Hmm.
it won't be Mrs. Portland. It'll be some weird lurker or somebody that barely types. They sit and they look. This is what trolls do. She just opened herself up for a fucking whole world she don't even know exists, and it's almost hard not to feel bad for her because the community she's playing around in, Lycan is a troll community. He's connected to troll
Hmm.
communities. Like, I don't know what she's fucking thinking, but I don't feel bad for her anymore because she's doing this to herself. And that's, I mean, Daria even said she tried to anonymously email her and tell her, like, you might want to chill. You're going to draw the attention of people you don't want to draw the attention of. Like, um, there's communities out there that will literally just meme your picture every single day, tag you, tell you to kill yourself, meme your kids, like talk about they will like literally everything you could think of. I've had it done to me. Luckily, I don't fucking pay attention, right? I don't fucking watch this shit. She would not be able to do that. She wouldn't.
Oh, and everybody give the one finger salute to Sailboat and Care D and Blad who are screenshotting the chat right now because they like to do that so that Shannon
Keeps it
can
going.
post it on her community post.
Yep, and it keeps it going. Yeah,
Yep.
Carnival. It's yes, it's a long troll. It's and this isn't even me talking bad about Lycan. It's just it's not even necessarily him. It's the communities that he is connected to. They're all troll communities that um that's how I found Lycan was through some trolling communities that you know um I crossed paths with. And I'm telling you, good luck. And that's not like a threat because it is me doing it, but it, I promise you, it's not like the drama community. They don't have boundaries over there.
And hey, Percy, how
Oh,
are you?
sorry, I misread what Daria said. I want to correct that. You didn't email her. I'm sorry, Daria. I misread what you said. She commented to her. Sorry.
I see. Okay. Yeah, she's targeting Lyndon because she knows I care about Lyndon.
Better back
Well,
off,
you're right,
Lyndon. You better
and
quit.
I'm glad you countered that strike that I put against you. I'm really glad you countered that. Thank you.
Yeah. Lyndon has a wife that has a wife. She just keeps giving us reasons. Poor thing. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. She doesn't need to worry about this community though. That
Jennifer, thank
they
you.
will, honey. They will. They'll screenshot it. Randy, I
Mm-hmm.
look going after subs is usually frowned upon, but lately I don't know what's going on. I don't know. It's crazy. Especially like going after them more than just one time. Like I see her talking about Lyndon all the time. Lyndon is a subscriber. I've never heard Lyndon come on your panel or anything. I could be wrong, but I don't hear
Nope.
her coming on panel. She's never been on my panel, right? So she's literally just going after a subscriber without a channel, right? Because she doesn't like her comments in chat. Give me a fucking break. You
Mm-hmm.
better get some thicker skin, girl.
Mm-hmm. I just can't with all of this. You know, she has lied to the courts saying that Mrs. Portland's coming to harm her when she knows better. I mean, she's at least 3 times Mrs. Portland's size physically.
Yeah, isn't Mrs. Portland like 4 foot nothing? I mean, she looks
Yes,
really little.
she's a tiny
Yeah,
little thing. Yes.
yeah, and Mr. Portland's not a big guy either, from what I can tell. But she is very little. Like when I saw a picture of her like standing next to a picture that was hung up on a wall, and she would have had to raise her arm all the way up to touch the bottom of the picture, and that's when I realized how little she was. Like she's like pint size. She's just tiny.
Yeah, she's tiny. And her friends that are supporting her, again, the closest that I know of so far is all the way across the country,
Uh
all the
huh.
way on the other side of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it doesn't mean I can't take a flight to be supportive.
Right. I really want Noodle Mash to serve one of us with papers. Like
Oh,
we've
Lupa, she
dragged
already had a
her.
fund for that.
Oh my
She
god.
already had a fund for her surveillance cameras.
Mm-mm. What a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Wow.
And of course, for her updated scanners. Yeah.
Which didn't we talk about that last time that you can literally put Broadcastify on any device you live from, okay? It's just like a scanner, but it doesn't take up all that room. It's just on your phone. It's literally the same thing. There's even Facebook groups and Discords and channels here on YouTube. Like, she's such a fucking idiot.
Mm-hmm. So again, she is using the court system and making it difficult for people who really do need protective orders to get them.
Right. Right, Daria, but you know, oh, there's a lot of people, like I said, there's a lot of people that don't care for the stuff she's done in here. You know, they don't like her. But we both know this is fucking ridiculous and it's a scare tactic and it never fucking works. We've some people I think are new here to the internet.
Yeah. Well, she's been trying to control Mrs. P
Hmm.
since her very first video.
Hey AMD, good to see you, hon. Mm. Robbie, I was just asking because I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, and I tried to comment, and I don't know if you have a word blocked or something. And I don't do Facebook because I got doxxed recently, so I couldn't message you that way. But you said recently that this can destroy somebody's life Okay. What was your exact words? This can destroy somebody's life. And I agree with you, right? If you're not feeling immediately in danger, okay, then there's no reason for one of these to be filed. So that is why I was like wondering if, even though you and Mrs. P are not on speaking terms, what you think, because I'm going to tell you what I said earlier. I said, when I watched your lawyer thing, I felt like you were trying to give a message like it's not as easy as one thinks. You can't just walk up in there, because I even learned stuff from your live, right? That you did with your lawyer. And I felt like you were actually like trying to give good advice, but she didn't listen. So I think that um I just don't I just don't think it's fair that nobody is speaking up on it. And like, Siren and some other guy, which I'm not blaming you for their words, are over there saying, how dare Mrs. P go real life because she filed a police report, but they are supporting this, a restraining order, right? That's why I wanted your opinion. That's why I asked. Because you've personally been through this. So not many of us can say we've been through it. So I just wanted to know if you were going to speak up on it. I think you might have a word that I use
I didn't
blocked on your channel,
I,
Robbie.
I didn't get a chance to say hey to Robbie.
Sorry, I just didn't want him thinking that I'm coming for him because I asked him to speak up. I Even if his opinion's not the same as mine, right? If he feels like this is different than what happened to him, I would hear his opinion on it, because I know how passionate he's been about this. He was passionate enough to have his lawyer on, which a lot of people that I talked to learned a lot from, right? So I just
Hmm.
wanted to know if he would give us his opinion sometime. Like, no rush. I know he's got my everything now, but I would like to hear it.
Well, you're right, Robbie. I saw what has been submitted so far, and what has been submitted so far is predominantly lies so far, and those have to be proven.
Right, exactly. No, I know if I watched it, and I'm glad that it was resolved the way that it was. It was dropped, because I don't think that I don't think Robbie did. I don't think this is my true opinions on anybody. You should, unless they're like coming to your home, off, because it's taken away from actual people in real life, right? That might be getting stalked and harassed. That's my opinion. And I watched Robbie. It did stress him the fuck out. Um, and I'm sure it stressed AJ out. I know it did. It stressed both of them out. So they're the only two people I feel like can really speak on this, and that's why I know AJ might not want to speak on it, but Robbie is very still passionate about it. So it would be interesting to hear.
Did he say he's going to, or he is in here?
No, no, I don't know. He said, no, I get it. Evidence is key. Um, you just lie. It's simple. I haven't overlooked the details yet because it's definitely. He said, okay, it's very easy to get a TPO. That's what I said too, Robbie, which is a temporary protection order. You just lie. It's
Hmm.
simple. I haven't looked over the details yet, but it's definitely a waste. Evidence is key. Sorry, I
And
clear
it's
my
a
throat.
waste of time.
Allergies.
And when I read the complaint today, that's exactly what I said. It's a waste of time.
Right. Yes. Because um, and I know, like I've even told, I think Hooker privately, I know that Robbie tried very hard in their friendship, and I don't even blame people if they don't want to be friends with Mrs. Portland, but I just think that people would not be telling Noodle Mash what she wants to hear because they don't like Mrs. Portland, because that's just fueling this bullshit. And I'm not saying Robbie ever has. I've actually heard him do the opposite, like bringing the lawyer on, but you can't scream, oh my God, she's going real life on Noodle Mash. But in the next breath, oh my God, everybody help Noodle Mash with the fund, That's not how it works. Like, you can't be okay with one and not the other, or just be okay with both of them, or whatever.
Right. I give up. You're correct. Jenny Lane, the answer is yes.
Hmm. Yeah, right. Save Robbie. And I don't understand the noodle mash love. I'm gonna be honest. That is yours. It's not for me to understand. I don't. That's your friendship. Um, but everybody is just acting like this is totally fucking normal, and it's not. Like it's not normal for more than one reason. Nobody wants you to do anything that's going to jeopardize your friendship. I just want to hear opinions from people that have been through it, like have went the whole
Mm-hmm.
distance. Because a lot of people have threatened it or gotten to the first phase and never went anywhere. But like me and AJ actually went all the way to court, so it's a little different hearing it from them.
Yeah, Scotty.
Yeah. Hmm.
Well, my
I
question
agree.
that I said to someone earlier tonight was this has always been known as the trauma community over here, right? And the reason it's been called the trauma community is we all started it because of the love of true crime and drama.
Right. Well, yeah. That's why I said welcome to the drama community. It
Well, but she doesn't like true crime. So why is she in the trauma community? She does crafts.
I think she should go to the crafting community. I hear they have a little bit of drama, but mm-mm. You're going to be spinning you're always going to have people that don't like you. You're always going to have channels that make videos about you. And Mrs. P might rage out, right? But then she goes quiet for a little while. There's some channels that will literally post your shit from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed. She just doesn't understand that yet. Like it's crazy. The drama community, it's not for everybody.
Right.
Hey, someone's uncle.
Hi, someone's uncle. Well, Robbie, because there's not a danger, you know that. Cecilia's saying, like I said at the beginning, what's she going to do? Get on her mobility scooter and ride 2.5 hours?
Right. Like, come on.
Ridiculous.
I mean,
It's
we
a
all
waste of the
watched.
court's time.
Yeah. We all watched when her and Mr. P rode to the store last year and almost ran out of the battery and it was getting slow and hard over the little, when you'd have to go up on the crosswalks and all that. You think you're going to go down a highway like that? I mean, I'm sorry.
It's
That's
just
just so
silly.
stupid. It's so dumb. It's stupid.
Well, now, Amanda, you and I might have racism
Oh, yeah, I know. God, I cannot.
with the babies in the baskets.
Oh, no. God. I want a scooter so bad. I'm so jealous. Starlight got one. I want one. She didn't get one just like that, but she got one with the seat. I want one. Jealous.
Well, Robbie, I'm pretty sure that I saw a couple of videos where Mrs. P said multiple times, I just want to walk away from this. I just want to walk away from this. Stop. Leave me alone. Stop. Leave
And
me alone.
I actually got on to Robbie one time for defending Mrs. Portland because I felt like she was wrong. I didn't get on to him, but I told him my opinion very strongly in his comments, and he told me his, right? And they didn't match
Uh,
at the time. But and that's okay. People don't have to agree on. But so it's not like I'm just some big cheerleader for her at all. But she hasn't made videos or anything lately. So there's nothing for her to even stop now. Like she went a bit for a little while after the trolling incident, right? And then she just stopped. It was over.
yeah, Sky Blue, that's exactly what's supposed to happen. The danger has to be imminent. There is no danger here. It's ridiculous. The whole thing is just ridiculous. We're in a drama community. If you can't take the back and forth, get the hell out of the drama community.
Right. And I've had to log off before. It's gotten intense. Robbie's taking breaks. I'm trying to look at people in here. There's been times I haven't seen Daria for a few days. You know, you have to take breaks. You got to log off. If you're not able to do that and just let things, die down, this is not going to be the community for you. It will run you fucking ragged. It took a lot of us, like a lot of lessons to get to that place. But none of us ever did this shit. So
Right.
yeah,
Well,
tits up. They do that. Yeah,
mm,
Robbie, you're right. Thank you for expressing your opinion.
I
Because I
agree,
asked
Robbie.
for
It's
it.
not going to be good.
Yeah, Robbie, maybe it will just be a lesson for everyone, you know? Could be.
Yeah.
It's important to learn lessons from stuff. I hate this time of year. My allergies are like kicking my ass.
Yeah, mine have been acting up with the weather change here.
It was below freezing yet last night, and then this morning when I had to go out, it was still 31 freaking degrees, and then it's going to be 70 tomorrow.
Wow. I didn't
Yeah.
even look to see what we're going to hit tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I only did because I had to plan for the kids' clothes because I didn't even have all their winter shit out yet. Usually this is just like a light hoodie and jeans, or leggings. No, I don't. It was below freezing this morning when we woke up. I looked like an idiot trying to find heavy coats and shit this morning because we didn't have it out.
Well, FK, I contacted one today as well. I'm waiting to hear back from them tomorrow.
Yeah, this has been a good conversation because I don't feel like everybody's been on the exact same side of things. Like
Hmm.
um, there's been a lot of different opinions in here.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Nobody is familiar with this backstory, like how Noodlemash came here looking to fight. I really recommend Tits Up's channel. And if you want to send Hooker a cash app, it's $ you dirty hooker. I don't have your PayPal yet. I forgot.
Well, I just, I think this is, sorry, somebody's going past the house with the horn blowing like crazy. Um, I think the whole thing is a colossal waste of time. It's a waste of somebody's money. That's for sure. I'm just glad it's not my money that's being wasted here.
Right. And I truly, I always like to think that maybe people feel like they're coming from a good place or it's going to be helpful when they donate in these situations. But this is not. It's just, will just piss your money away. It doesn't even cost anything to fucking file.
Yeah,
Uh, hmm. We've already said all that. It's just fucking annoying.
it is. Um,
Hmm. Girly Texan, what do you, I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your earlier comments. Like, so you think that she will be granted a PPO? Wait, permanent. Yeah, PPO.
Thank you, Robbie. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hi, Autumn Milo.
Hey, Adam. Mm. Yeah, what a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Take that fucking money and like go Christmas shopping or something. Seriously. It'll be
Right. Don't you guys have Christmas shopping to be done? I
oh
mean,
my god. I'm gonna puke thinking about it. I just got used to the idea that Halloween was next week. My birthday's next week. So I know Halloween's like coming. Ugh. And now it's like I got getting ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's a nightmare.
did somebody
Hmm?
or girly Texan? Let me ask you this. How do you know they're lies? What lies are you speaking about?
I, I don't think either side could be coined for total truthfulness, but one's lying on court documents. That's a little bit,
Hmm.
you know, uh,
That can
um,
be easily disproven.
right. That's a little bigger than, you know, I think there's some people that just have gotten way fucking involved in this shit. And like I said, I've been guilty of it. I've had to log the fuck off, right? But
Hmm.
you have to remember it is important to log off sometimes. And some people forget that, I think.
I think they do too. I think they get so emotionally wrapped up
Yeah.
and are
Yeah.
easily manipulated.
Yeah. Some days I can't even tell you if it wasn't for clip channels, like I wouldn't even know what's going on because, it's good to take the day off and just unsubscribe or don't, or literally block them and don't. I know that's easier said than done in the beginning, but if it's coming to a point where you're talking about suing this and that, no, you should probably just, I mean, unless somebody really is like threatening your real life and then it's a viable threat. That's one thing. But if you just think that you're exempt from words, it's time for you to probably log off for a little bit. Take a break. Breaks are good.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll admit that when all this first started, that I didn't believe Mrs. Portland about the bullying in high school and stuff. But the longer it's gone on,
Mm-hmm.
and you and I have discussed going through all the videos, it's real easy to see who the bully is here.
Yeah, I was like totally pissed off that Miss Portland would even say that. I was not happy. I was like, no, that cannot be true. Just because I guess I didn't want to believe that somebody would follow somebody all these years later that is considered mentally disabled. I mean, Mrs. Portland does well for herself. She, you know, leads the best life she. That's all you can ask somebody to do. But she is disabled, right? I didn't want to believe somebody that said that they were their advocate or what the fuck ever would follow them and taunt them. But I'm led to believe nothing else now. Like that's what it appears. Yeah, me too, girly. And I
Well,
believe
if
it
somebody
was
was an
noodle mash.
advocate, wouldn't you think they would be seeking mental health counseling?
Well, yeah, and if you're an advocate, you would have a whole bunch of tools in your toolbox, that would help
Mm-hmm.
you deal with things because when you're an advocate, you are faced with so many situations that a lot of us wouldn't know how to deal with. But if you're truly an advocate, somebody's looking out for somebody, you would have all these extra tools in your little toolbox, right? That they teach you. That's why Voices isn't a fucking advocate, that crazy bitch, and Noodle Trash isn't an advocate.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm. I mean, people just
Yes.
aren't thinking.
No, they're not. I give up. Is very correct. Okay. Yes, I didn't change my opinion at the same time as Hooker did. A matter of fact, I was urging her not to, and even go there. I was like, nope. Um, but I removed which I was never personally involved, but I didn't comment on either side. And I sat back and I watched And I was watching her go in these chats. They were talking horribly about Mrs. P, which you can get any chat you want, sure, but not when you're crying, you're scared for your life. Um, I was watching her go live, make all these community posts, and then I went and watched a video Tits Up did, I think, and then the one that Hooker shared is what like sealed the total deal for me. Um, and I was like, wait a minute. So she came here looking for a fucking fight. And I actually felt bad because, like I said, I had yelled at Robbie in his comment section, like, how could you defend that? Oh my God. Blah, blah, blah. I saw it like way different after I did all that. Like, I went and, and so no, I didn't change my mind because I didn't like noodle mash. I changed my mind because I just looked at all the evidence and what kept happening.
And I changed my mind when I went through her videos. And at first, I was just discovering when she would bring up drama. At first, I was just discovering that she would try to do her crafts and they wouldn't get any views. And I was discovering that that's when she would bring up drama and her views would go up and her money would start coming in. So then she'd go back to her crafts again. Nope, no views, no money. So then the drama started ramping up again. And I watched this pattern go on through her videos. You can go look at her videos right now. Look at the views. Look at what she's discussing. It's all there for you
Yeah.
to see.
Hold on a minute. All right. So when did this start? Okay, because it looks like she was steadily getting about 2, 3, 4, maybe 600 views a video 3 months ago. There was a couple with 800. There was a couple with 100 on them, literally. Okay, that's 3 months ago. Then 2 months ago, they started going up to 1K, 2K, 1K, 4 and 500. All right. And now it's like 1.4K, 924, 1.1K, 1.1K, 1K, 998. That's not because of the fucking bitch's personality. I can promise you that. It's not because of her fucking uh, Play-Doh fucking crafts. I promise. Or her fucking cat ears.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, Brooke, it seems like, hold on. Yeah, 496 or 469, 528. She did get 1.4K on a short, but it's like a cat short, and those just do well no matter who puts them up. But she had a live that got 270 the other day with her fucking Play-Doh bullshit. Um, yeah, her views do seem to be going back down by a pretty good amount again. There for a couple of weeks, she was getting, decent views, but you have to be able to hold the audience that you collect during these things.
Well, I went back to the very beginning. I went back around 7 months ago when she started.
Mm-hmm. Let me do that.
Go all the way to the beginning and look at her craft videos versus her drama videos.
Oh yeah, she was getting hella views when she was fighting with Robbie. All right, to miss. Okay, so she got production 400, earrings 163. To Mrs. Portland, Mrs. Portland, not defending bad behavior. Yikes. Also, what the fuck, Mrs. Portland? Answering questions about meeting Miss Portland. Updates on threats from Mrs. Portland. Hold on. And then she would go do a craft one and she would get 143 views, 369, 157. And then she would go and do a live. I know it's probably futile, Mrs. Portland, but 996 views.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, it's very evident, like to anybody. Yeah, it's not that big of a scroll to go back. It's not like anybody can do it. You should just go look for yourself. Just go
Yep.
look through her videos. You'll watch her
And
first videos.
and that's when I started changing my mind about her. Then I
Yeah.
started discovering that she was going after Mrs. Portland more and more. Instead of avoiding her, she was watching her. She was having mods watch her. She was having her husband watch her. Her
That
husband subscribed to her channel, for fuck's sake.
yeah, that motherfucker don't miss nothing either though. You can't um tell me she wasn't at least watching clips for herself, or I don't buy that bullshit when people say I never watch. You do, or you at least watch the clips a little bit about her, because that's your whole channel. Your whole channel has been built on Mrs. Portland, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty big mind fuck for sure. Because I was like a very, you know, I just did not believe that Noodle Mash was the aggressor, because she comes on with this little sweet old lady voice and these little cat ears and, Mrs. Portland, you need to stop. These threats are not okay. Blah 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 blah. But it's not how she says stuff; it's what she says. But it gets lost on how she says it a lot of times.
And that's what I was telling you earlier today, or maybe it was Lyndon, that just because you can flower up your words doesn't mean you're not being a bully.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier too. Yeah, it's true though.
Mm-hmm.
You can. I could come on here because I have a mouth like a sailor, but I could come on here and be like, "Yeah, that hooker, she is such a bully. She harassed me for like 3 weeks, and I'm sick of it. So I'm gonna respond. I could say it in a really nice tone to make it look like I'm the victim, and then nobody's gonna really like when Hooker finally lashes out, that's gonna be the see, Hooker's the aggressor, because you'd be like, fuck you, bitch. I've been fucking harassing you. That's what she does. She knows Mrs. Portland's words are going to be stronger. That's what she does.
Mm-hmm. Well, Mrs. Portland has told us all from the beginning that one of her issues is impulse control.
Well, yeah, and that's super clear to see. Um, I know this is like nowhere near a comparison. Well, I mean, it might be, but my daughter is super. She's very high functioning, but she is autistic, right? My middle, and she talks and everything, but a big part of her issue is impulse control, and it's the same thing like with Mrs. Portland. Like she could have a great day all day, and a bunch of bad things could happen, or one little thing could just rub her the wrong way, and she is having a huge meltdown for the whole day. Like, and I've seen Mrs. Portland do that a lot of times. Um, something so little, it seems little to us, but they try to control it. They try to control it, and then finally they can't control it anymore. And it's not a cop out for Mrs. Portland, right? She has to learn to log off, which I think she is. She has to learn to do things differently. She's an adult, but she does have that. You can see it. You can tell when, like, when she's on panel and she's overstimulated and she's getting
Mm-hmm.
ready to blow. It's her face. Like
Mm-hmm.
I would probably boot her. If she's on my panel.
Oh, Joyce, you can bet on that. You can bet on that. Bama Missy White. Yeah, you're correct.
Oh yeah. Oh God, but I cannot. I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I used to get so mad at Robbie for making fun of her cat ears, and now that's all I see. Like, I feel like a huge hypocrite, because I used to like. I wasn't ever a huge Noodle fan, but I did feel like she was this innocent, sweet grandma lady, and people were just mean to her, and I didn't end it. So I guess you can just call me a hypocrite.
Thanks for coming in, Daria.
Thanks, Daria. I'm gonna email you. I promise. It'll probably be tomorrow. With ASD, it's hard to control myself at times. Yes, Lufa, and there's lots of therapies you can do, but some people are not. Some people are like, I think that kids now, because it's caught so early, and my little one's been in therapy for that stuff since she's been 3. Um, but like, I'm sure Mrs. Portland And older people didn't have that luxury. They didn't catch it as early and stuff. So,
No, she's the same age as I am. Um, most of the time back then, they didn't even have diagnosis for this. They were diagnosed as something else and
yeah,
treated that way until they finally came up with these diagnoses. And I doubt that she's had any of the treatments available to her.
Jennifer.
Remember, when someone's on state assistance,
Hmm?
they don't get the same level of care.
What?
They get
No.
passed along and passed along from one case advisor to the next.
Hmm. Exact
And
right. And I don't know if it was this way when you guys were growing up, but there was at my school, there was literally on the stage, I can remember they would go on the stage for what they would call like the kids. I have two kids on the IEP, and it's definitely not like that nowadays, but there wasn't all these different therapies and stuff. It was they put them on that stage, right? Not on the stage, but behind the curtain or whatever. That was their classroom. And they didn't have all these therapies and stuff they have nowadays. And still, like you said, if you have Medicaid, you're still not getting what a private insurance is going to get you. Still.
yeah, Lupa and Mrs. Portland have told us all in her own words that she was called that her whole life.
Yeah, I didn't want to use that word, but that is
Yeah,
exactly what it was. There was one diagnosis, mentally retarded.
yeah. I'm sorry.
Sassy. Oh my God. You don't like her cat ears? Or
Sassy Pinky just made me.
I know Jennifer said it before, and I was trying not to interrupt you, and I was over here laughing to myself. Oh my goodness, guys.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably a good note to end this on.
Yeah, it's a good note to end it on. I think so too.
Yep.
Thanks for having me. I'm going to get some stuff done. You guys have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.
Thank you for coming up.
Thanks for
All right,
having me.
everybody, we're going
Bye.
to end this now. Y'all have a great
Bye.
night. I think Natasha's going live now. So we'll head on over there here shortly. And thank you all for coming on out. Appreciate it. Have a good night, everybody. Love you guys.